Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here today. I am going to talk to you today about processing pain. Stick with me. I know that's not a happy, fun Friday topic, but the truth is, a lot of us are feeling a lot of pain, and it is a part of life. And so, I want to give you some tools to help the process. And if you are feeling pain right now, then I hope that this video will be helpful for you almost immediately. So, if you're new to my channel, I'm Missy Hughes. I'm a procrastination coach, and I want to welcome you to Get It Done, where we learn about why procrastination happens and tools to start taking action now. So, um, thank you for being here today. I encourage you to subscribe. If you find yourself procrastinating, subscribe now so that you get an update every Friday and can learn more about what's going on within you and tools you can use. You can also find my calendar link on my profile and schedule a consult with me to explore how to get going in the action that you want. But today, let's talk about pain. There's a lot of pain to process right now, whether it's the pain of gun violence and senseless death in schools, whether it's the pain of battling um, illness personally or seeing loved ones going through that, whether it's the pain of war abroad and all of the many interpretations of what's happening. And an obvious is the pain of discord as we're in this political season right now, um, where not everyone agrees, and that gets very difficult. I could go on and on. There are endless opportunities. I could also go on and on about the beauty and kindness in the world, the love and wonder available in each moment. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. It's easy to feel the good stuff. It's easy to celebrate your favorite team winning, or it's easy to laugh when your good friend's being goofy, or it's easy to see a sunset and pause and have a moment to take it all in. But how much do we pause in the hard? How much do we acknowledge the depth of the pain that we feel? How much do we give ourselves to grieve? For most of us, the answer is not much. It feels so terrible to feel terrible that we get away from it as quickly as possible. If we can cover it up with something like rage or anger, that can kind of feel good sometimes. Even if it's damaging to express it, we know how to express it. We know how to drop a good F-bomb. We know how to punch a punching bag or a pillow. We know how to throw a pen across the room. It's clear, it's easy, it's accessible. But the anger and the rage are often just cover-ups for pain that we feel, whether it's sadness or betrayal or confusion. The pain is also there, but we just don't know how to feel it. As a society, we're not so okay with crying. If you're a guy, then that whole physical outlet is just inaccessible to you historically. If you're anyone else, then you should go into a room and isolate yourself or promptly apologize for crying if you're ever caught in the act. We don't feel okay to feel that physical expression. So, what do we do with it? We get over it. meaning we keep living our lives as if the pain doesn't exist. We move on. We busy ourselves so that we don't feel it, so that we're distracted. We give it time, but really that just means we push away the pain and we push away the happiness. We're ignoring both during that time. And all the while that's happening, we're disconnecting. We're disconnecting from ourselves because we think when we're in pain and if we're feeling it, then it's wrong. We're wrong. We disconnect from the people around us because heaven forbid we make them uncomfortable while we are in pain. We disconnect from the world because it's a dang mess out there anyway, right? What we actually do when we are hiding the pain is we reinforce the pain. When we bury it deep underground, we have to effort to get it there. We have to effort to put it down and keep it hidden. We have to effort to make up the story that we're fine. Oh, I'm fine. How you doing? Fine. Fine. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. So instead of feeling the pain, we feel tired. Oh, so tired. I'm tired of feeling tired. We feel overwhelmed. Maybe we feel confused. And the funny thing is, all of those are just a pause button. Those give us an acceptable out. How many people do you know that are tired? Tons. How many people do you know that are overwhelmed by all the things they have to do? Tons. So we're okay with being, so tired, but we're not okay with being, I'm so deeply hurting. So what should we do? Should we sit around and cry all the time, Missy? Because that seems like not a way I can get through my life. Right? And maybe crying is a tool. Maybe it is a solution, but I want to give you some other tools as well. So the first tool is awareness. See yourself in the pain. Be real with it. Open the door to see you in that raw, vulnerable, uncomfortable, really hard place where you see both you fully and the pain fully. This can look like pause. Man, I am hurting right now. I feel it in my bones. It rattles me with rage. I can't see clearly, and the world is a blur. Use words to describe what you feel. Now, you don't have to do this in every conversation that you have, but if you can say the words in your mind, man, I feel this. See yourself. You can write them in a journal. You can work through them with a friend or a mentor or a coach or a therapist. When you formulate the words, you allow yourself the space to be in the pain. Doesn't mean you're like, whoop, whoop, come on, pain, I'm ready for you, let's go. It's not that. No one ever is inviting that in. No one's ever saying, hey, I was thinking maybe I'd sit around with pain for a while today. This sounds like fun. You want to come? But when you're in it, denying it isn't going out for fun either. So if you can put words to it, you can allow the pain to exist and allow yourself to be okay, even if you're not okay, in pain. The second tool is expression. So allowing your body to be in it. This may look like crying. It may look like pounding a pillow. It may be going for a walk or a sprint, all out. I don't mean put on a playlist and escape. I mean go and feel your body as you feel the pain. Be fully conscious and be in it. Our bodies are actually hardwired to process emotions, emotional pain through physical movement. When we don't allow it, our bodies are hardwired to hold the emotional pain in our muscles, in our organs, until we're ready to release it. So when you allow yourself to move consciously, a lot of you, if you're thinking, oh, do a workout, like sometimes that isn't, you have to focus on form and not hurting yourself in a workout. But can you move? Back in the day, we would run from danger, or we'd stay and fight it, or we'd freeze and hope that it passed us by. With the kind of pain that we feel now, the emotional pain, processing that through fighting or flying looks a little bit different, but can you mimic that a little bit, going for a walk or hitting a pillow? So that first tool is awareness. That second tool is expression. The third tool is compassion. This means seeing how the pain you're experiencing makes sense given the circumstance that you're in. If I've just lost someone, of course I feel pain. Of course it hurts. It makes sense that I'm hurting right now. It also makes sense that it's scary because I don't know how long this pain is going to last. It also makes sense that it's confusing because I did not buy a ticket for this ride. I did not sign up for this feeling. You find yourself in it, but you didn't choose it. You didn't go pick it from the shelf at the grocery store. So, of course, it hurts. Of course, it's scary. Of course, it's confusing. All of that makes sense. Compassion is seeing yourself in your humanity as you're in pain without thinking that you're wrong or that you're broken or that you're weak for being challenged. The last tool for processing pain that I want to offer you is accepting that it will not last forever, even though you don't know how long it will actually last. When you allow pain to exist, when you're aware of it, when you express it, when you have compassion for yourself in it, you allow yourself to connect with the part of you who is both sensitive to the world around you and the world within you. Your body turns over cells every day. This pain will also slough and transform and turn over into something different. When you allow pain, you connect to the part of you who can bear the challenge of deep pain and survive. Part of survival is changing, growing, and healing. Seeing yourself in every state that you experience and being real with it is part of healing. When you're compassionate in your own pain, You create the capacity to offer that compassion to the world around you. When you're able to connect to yourself in the midst of pain, you create a world of personal empowerment and personal leadership built on understanding that you can also offer to others. When you have those connections, pain does not exist forever. It exists always. There's always something that I can cry about. It is a part of our lives, but it doesn't have to be a part of every single experience. The pain that you feel now, even if it is taking over your world, won't last forever. It will change. It will transform. So one tool is just, maybe it becomes a mantra. This isn't going to last forever. That doesn't mean you need to buck up and get over it or get through it or move on. Not what I'm saying. I don't believe in those things. I'm saying when you can process the pain, you will slough it off. My hope for each of us, including myself, is that we can be honest with where we are. We can acknowledge that wherever we are, we can see ourselves, we can support ourselves, and when we can't, we can ask for help. None of this is easy, but let's be honest, it's not easy to be exhausted or overwhelmed or confused either. The option isn't feel pain or feel joy. The option is facing the pain and loving yourself in the midst of it, or pushing the pain away and pushing yourself away in the midst of it. We are not meant to be in isolation. When we feel our pain, we get to connect to ourselves, to the world around us, and we get to experience the world fully. We get to experience ourselves fully. And when we get to know ourselves, we open up a power around us. Power isn't what you go for when you're in pain necessarily. But when we feel the pain, you have access to even greater joy. I know this wasn't a fun conversation, so I am grateful for you being here, and I hope that this has felt helpful for you. And next week, we are going to be talking more about creating joy and finding, as much as we're pushing that pain down and releasing that, we can push joy forward. So I look forward to seeing you then. Thank you.